Hello and welcome back to Survival Challenge. Right, we are essentially where we left off in the last episode, just in the same place next month. We are in February now. It is quite cloudy. It does say snow is on the way, but we do still have this load of lumber here. So we are going to try again to sell it. Nice, another 3,540. Still not quite what we're after. So what I'm going to do is, we'll just let that like that. There is, if I'm not mistaken, so this is production of firewood. So this is an actual production itself. If you wanted to buy it, we could create firewood. But we are trying to just sell. This one might be able to take our wood as well. So we are just going to try and go around this way. Lovely train coming there. So, that's going to be a bit tight. I don't think we're meant to go this way. Ah, blimey. I don't think we're meant to go that way. Go round the other way. Anyways, at the very least, we are going to be able to sell some of our wood on top of what we can only sell here. I'm just hoping I haven't been selling to the wrong place and getting a really, really terrible price for it the whole time. Here's to hoping that the carpenter... Oh no, where is it going to be? Probably going to have to enable... Here, let's just try and run up and down here. Oh, hang on. I saw it somewhere. Flash up quickly. Hey, sell wood, there we go. I reckon, because this thing looks like it holds logs. Right, let's just drive up to here then. And hopefully we can sell the rest of our wood. Nice, so only £1,000 for the rest of it, but it is all sold. We do still have, for the area that we're trying to drill next month, the oat, by the way, which is what I've decided we are going to do. We do have to clear a few more trees. There are 5 trees that need to be cleared. I have chopped them down. I have chopped them up. All that needs doing is the loading. So it should be a fairly quick process. I reckon we'll probably go back to where we just were, the carpentry shop, instead of the firewood production. There must be another spot somewhere on the map that we can sell wood. I will have a look though, because that would be no good if that's the only 2 places. So many factories. I wonder if we go heating. I don't know. Oh, what about down this way? Ah, there's 2 carpentries down there. So worst case, we can always go down that way. Right, well, as usual, I am going to load up these logs. I just cut them at random, so I reckon a few of them... Where are we here? Will need to be, yeah, chopped up smaller. I have a few that are chopped up. There we go. For example, so yeah, I'll get them loaded on, and this shouldn't only take just a few moments, and then we can head back over to the carpentry and get it sold. Right, so this time we'll head straight for the carpentry sell point here, the carpenter shop, which is exactly where we want to be. Brilliant. And we'll sell the wood at 6,000. 6,181, that was a fairly good guess. Right, well now we have £34,160, and we do have a bit of kit to purchase heading into the spring. Mostly a harvester, but that's not really until the summer anyway, so we could sell more trees, we could, but I'd like to take a bit of a break from trees now that we're all done with our third field. I think we really have a solid basis for really starting the farming process. We've got a greenhouse, we've got 3 fields that we can work in and cultivate, and this one we need to finish up first. This one here we do have to get some small patches dealt with. So hop into the handy Massey Ferguson 35X and we'll get that started. This field, as I said before, is going to be oats, so we can put those in as soon as March hits, which is brilliant. Let's have a very quick look at our other fields that we have. So we do have a wheat field and a linseed field, both growing really nicely. This one unfortunately didn't get rolled. We could go back and fertilize the wheat, which I think I might do, just because we do have the fertilizer anyways, I think. We'll have to double check how much we have. We can always head down to the shop to get some more. Sorry, I forgot I need to lower this down properly. There we go. Right, so we have these small sections where the trees were. I think I got rid of all the stumps and all of the logs. I was also going to tidy up a bit of the edges there, so I will do that very quickly and the rest of this off camera. And then I'll have a look for fertilizer for the wheat. We'll get that done. But if all that's done and we're ready to go, then we will in fact move on to March and get the oat drilled in. Right, let's hook up to the fertilizer spreader, and we have 157 litres in there, and we should be alright to drive on to the wheat. Look how beautiful it looks now, nice and dark green and lush, and we've got the linseed over here looking a different nice shade of dark green and also very lush. Fully fertilized though, whereas this is only 50%. Well, it says 60 something, but that's because there's little bits spattered around of fertilized sections. Now this tree really does need to go because we are running out of room here, but that's fine. It's all part of the process. That's a relatively decent width as well. I am pleased with the kit we have that's getting us started here, especially the Massey, I have to say. Now let's have a look though. Ensure that it's working. It's not working. Why isn't it working? Have I not waited long enough? Unless I'm missing something here. No, it's not working. We might have to wait till March. No. Why? Let me try this field here and see if we get a difference. That's very strange. Very strange indeed. Right, let's try this and see. It looks to be accepting it. Darker colour of the... Yeah, that's very weird, isn't it? Maybe you can only do it the one time. No, because I did this one. Weird indeed. We may not be able to fully fertilise the wheat field then if by next month the crop requires rather narrow tyres. There's a mouthful there to say. We'll see what happens, but at least we can get this one done, so we might as well crack on with it. So this should be just the small last area that we have to fertilize, and we should be all done. Almost certain that that is that. Yes, really nice. A little bit up there, so I will go up there. Look at that in first person. We haven't put the Massey in first person in a while. I do really enjoy first person maneuvering and that, but blimey, we haven't seen it with the tracks, and it looks incredible. Absolutely incredible. Right, well there we go, we're left with 68 litres, so 20% of our small capacity. I think what we'll have to do then is head down to the shop and collect another bag, well maybe a few bags of fertilizer, a few bags of seed, and also we might as well make a trip of it and bring down some eco rubbish as well. So I think that's what we're going to do. It's a bit strange that the wheat field didn't... Maybe we'll have to do that in the next month. We'll have to see. Right, we'll get this tucked away. We'll load up the Mercedes. Well, we'll go first find some eco-rubbish to bring down. And then we can take it down. Make some money. Right, so we are currently on the hunt for some eco-rubbish. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is in fact the area where the last bit was, and I wanted to clean up section by section. Might be down. Oh yes, there it is. Might be down this way then. Yeah, I knew that it was on this on the path of this farm area, but here we are. So it's actually a lot less than I thought, because we must have got so much of it the first time round. With our little AMT, did really well with that. But we will start getting a few of these on this. Will make this is a game changer right now. I think if we can really get all of these on, barrels and all. Here, we'll get that strapped first. Because yeah, once we get them strapped in, we can kind of just fit them in place. And this is a substantial load if we can get it all on. Just like that. Look at that. It's perfect for 3 barrels across. And we don't have to worry about stacking on top, because we absolutely can stack on top of each other as well. Oh, so good. This is going to be a very nice load. We might even have to find some more on the way. I'm really not worried about cash at this point, especially for the kit that we want to get. I really want to focus on, as I've said, the farming aspect, which is why we've done so much of the eco-rubbish and the tree loading and all of this in the first bit, because once we start farming, I don't think we'll be searching around for eco-rubbish or things like that. We could take the odd sort of trip here and there if we really need cash or whatever it might be, but if we can make money farming properly, then that's the way to do it. Right, I will get the rest of this tidied up and done off camera, because again, if I put this in a time lapse, it's a lot. It's very dizzying. I'm going to put these up top here. Right, I'll get the rest done off camera, and we'll see you at possibly the next eco-rubbish pile. Right, so we are just heading to the other small town. So this is at the very south side. Ah, here we go. There's the big money. I was going to say, there must be something... Oops, sorry, mate. There must be something over here. This will be nice. We'll get as much of this loaded on as we can do. Probably going to swap around some tyres and that, just to make room for all this new stuff. Here, I'll just put these down to the side, actually. Oh, sorry, mate. Blimey. He couldn't have gone around, yeah? Bloody Nora. Silly locals here, eh? Right, we'll get these loaded on. We'll get the barrels on first, then we'll get the big tyres on, but I would like to see this thing full. Maybe not everything in here, because we do have the mattresses and that, but I will see how much of this I can get on to the Mercedes. And then we'll crack on. Well, there we have it. A full, very, very full load of eco-rubbish. We couldn't have got much more on, I don't think. And I'm very pleased with this turnout. It is definitely our biggest load of eco-rubbish to date. And the turning of all seems to be alright. Just a matter of time before we find out just how shaky this trip might be. But so far, so good. So we shouldn't be there, we shouldn't be too long, sorry, to get there, especially at this speed. Look at that, no problems at all. Literally double the speed of the AMT, and we are getting so much more brought over to the eco-rubbish thing. Oh my. You guys just posted up. Alright, we're all just stopping then, are we? Lunatics, the lot of you. Oh, bloody Nora. Going around. Excuse me. Look at this. Stop at nothing. What a mentalist. Right, we'll see you at the eco station. Right, here we are. So, I don't think we can tip, unfortunately, although that would be brilliant if we could just tip into there. But I'd like to look into the possibility of just reversing close to it. I don't know if the items have to be inside, but let's just try this and see. As cheeky as that might be. Ooh, there we go. Okay, let's see if we can do nothing with it. Alright, so we do need to unstrap. And I suppose we could get some stuff to fall out. No, that's a bit too cheeky. Right, we'll just slowly start shifting things into the bin. And hopefully everything kind of goes nicely. Come on. I have to go one at a time. One at a time. It's alright. This is going to take just as long as bloody loading it. Come on. Get in there. Oh, it's all missed. Oh, my. Right, I'll see you when it's all loaded up. Right, well that is pretty full, and I don't think we can get the rest in there, but maybe we could. But anyways, I'm going to sell this first lot. As you can see, it's a fairly decent turnout, so let's just get it sold. So we're at 35,160. Let's get all this sold and see what we end up with. Right, we made £3,000 and we didn't even get it all done either. It's much more impressive when you're selling the eco-rubbish when you've got more, well, less money. When you have more money and it doesn't look like all as much, but it is still extra money that we literally just had to collect a few things that were just lying about. And we're helping to clean up the map. That is a big part of it as well. And all those trees that we've cut down, right, we're helping with that as well by eventually replanting some more. I'm sure I will at some point for the long term, but we shall see. Right, that is all the rest of the... Make sure that's actually in there, otherwise it will not sell. That's it. That is the rest of it. Let's do a jump cut with this and a jump cut with the other one. And the last barrel goes, and we're at 38,851, so total was about just shy of £5,000, which, let's be honest, I mean, for rubbish that's just strewn about, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. That actually will pay for something, to some capacity, a good chunk of the harvester and a few other things as well. As I say, we need a baler, we need a harvester, we need all this other stuff, all this kit that we have to get sorted. We need the money somehow, so that really does help us out quite a bit. Now, speaking of kit, we are heading to the shop, not for kit per se. One day I'm going to get hit by that train, one day. Hopefully I'm recording when it happens, but I think that'd be quite funny. Anyways, I am here now at the shop. We are going to collect a bit of seed and a bit of fertilizer, because I think we have very little fert left. We should check the second-hand sales and see that there is absolutely nothing we can afford there. That's pretty nice, but we are a ways away from that. We need some big bag. No, we don't need big bags. Oh, actually, yes, we do. I keep forgetting that we need these little bags still. Fertilizer will get 5, because we know we'll need them eventually. Right, so we'll put those 5 on, and then I usually like to do them one at a time, kind of thing like this, because otherwise they can easily get lost in the ground. So just very quickly get these loaded on. Now, luckily, like with the AMT, for example, we could lose these bags by being loaded into the capacity, but since we're putting it on the back of a flatbed, we don't have to worry about that. We can just get them directly into the drill, and then whatever excess is left, we'll just put in the shed, because we have a shed as well. Whoops. Big bags, seeds. We'll do another 5 as well. I think one more. I don't know how many that was. Was that 5? That was 6, which is fine. We can always use more seed. Right, we'll get this loaded on, and then we'll see you back at the farm. And here we are back, safe and sound at the farm. I do really need to get rid of that tree, because I wanted to turn in that way, but unfortunately it's in the bloody way. So I think this tree is the next one that's going to go, so that we can actually drive in from the path here, which we do take quite often. So yes, we at least now have some seed. So we could probably just get it all unloaded into here, but I'd rather I'll leave it on there for now. So that will get sorted. This I can put in some fertilizer straight away, which is good. Oh, sorry, seed bags. We can get those put in. Nice. Yeah, it definitely won't take them all. It might take 3 of them, 4 of them perhaps. Right, I'll get this filled up. Right, so the fertilizer is all loaded up, all ready to go. It used it all up. It probably is, yeah, 317. I can't remember exactly what fills it, but it's very near indeed. And I did stack the seed over here for when we need it as well, which we will do with the drill when we get in to March, because February, as you can see, it's very snowy and not much on. We do have that other field ready to go, our oat field. How are we doing on the lettuce front? Nice, slowly but surely. It's a very slow process, this one, but it's not a problem. Simply because yeah, it's not a problem at all. What's going on here? I've got nothing for you, mate. Sorry, not open for business yet. I haven't got any produce to sell you. Jog on. Right. Anyways, well, let's crack on to March, and we can actually get some drilling done. Good morning and welcome to March. We are finally in spring. It feels like it's been ages waiting for this moment to finally get into the fields with our spring crops. And we already have 2 bloody crops in, and it's not even spring. Well, it's just... spring has just sprung indeed. Barley, oat. Let's just confirm. Oat goes in now. Gets harvested in July, which is amazing. So quick, oat. Really, really happy about that. But then everything is going to be ready in the same time, which again is absolutely fine, because we do have the 3 fields now, so we'll have so much more options for crops. But we do want to put crops in regardless of kind of what they are. We'll miss out on... we might be able to get soybeans in July in one of our other fields, but I would like to get some different crops in. It really doesn't matter what's going in, as long as it's getting harvested. So, for example, we could put Ryan in September. That would be really good. Potentially some canola as well, just to kind of keep it fresh. But we are doing oats, so we'll lower down and we'll start drilling. Look at that. We've got a nice cultivated area here, and we're going to get it all drilled in with oats. I won't go too close to that, just in case. We'll ensure that it's all properly drilled though. But we really shouldn't have any issues at all with our drill. Okay, we've got a bit of a weird section here. That's my own doing. I don't know why I did that, but maybe this tree is meant to be... can't really tell where. Right, no. We'll remove that tree before the next time, certainly. Because I would like to consider combining these fields and doing maybe one bigger harvest. But we also want to keep in mind that the wheat I do not want to sell straight away. I'd like to keep as much of the wheat as possible so that we can use it for chickens, because I think I'd rather sell eggs in the long term than wheat in the short term. That's kind of, you know, a few long-term things. We're going to have the linseed, we're going to have the oat. Both of those can be sold. What is going on here? I think one of my placeables or something has caused an issue where they don't know what they're doing. That's very funny. I suppose I could always turn traffic off and turn it back on, but it doesn't matter. We'll see how long the queue gets. Oh, there's a van now. As we crack on with the time-lapse. Nearly got that in one final pass. Right, we just have one more quick area to cover, and as you can see from that van, how are they moving forward? That's very strange. From that van, I believe it was that black car, another van, a red van, that black car, and that white car has just arrived. So yeah, quite the queue indeed. That must be all of the... Maybe the cars are disappearing, and now that's why they're moving up. Anyways, couldn't explain that. Not a problem though. Look at our beautiful Oatfield. Absolutely beautiful. Let's have a look and see. Right, of course, it needs to be rolled. Yeah, there's a bit there that I must have missed. And then, of course, it is partially fertilized, but we should be able to fertilize both of those now, which is really good. Well, by now, I mean in this month. But yeah, there we go. Actually, no, let me double check that I haven't missed any bits. Then we'll get the roller and crack on. Right, so just as I was grabbing the roller and laughing at the queue of cars here, I've realised we have our first pallet of lettuce. Isn't that lovely? 500 litres, not too bad. We can't pick it up by hand, but we do have the flatbed now, so all we really need is a front loader attachment for the Massey. Now there is no big rush for that. I don't know when lettuce is best to sell, but let's have a look and see what is going on. So it does say we just missed the best time, which is fine. What is it currently? Bloody hell, it's better than best at the farmer's market right now. But that's for every 1,000. So we have the farmer's market and Max Watcher. Walkter. Anyways, I think that these are people in the village who are looking for produce, so that's pretty cool. You can sell directly to villagers as well. But yes, we do need to wait because we can't do anything with that. And if I'm not mistaken, we'll just have another look in here. Nope. If I'm not mistaken, and we find that tractor, it's probably going to be the same. Nope, that's McCormick. There we go. It's going to be the same front loader that I have on Vintage. We'll probably go for this one, just because the short one is quite short. This is a lot more expensive, but that one is quite short. It should maybe be fine, but I just, yeah, because we can lift a fair amount with this Massey, I guarantee it, especially if we throw the nice concrete weight on there. Might have to get a nice big one though. I reckon that would be the best option, the big 500. Either way, I think we'll be absolutely fine for loading pallets, and the queue has finally dispersed. Thank you very much for visiting, but we are no longer accepting patients. Right, we've got a rolling to crack on with now. Lower that down. Oh yes, oh, it's so good. Once we have, I can't believe it, we've got 3 fields in, we haven't even touched a harvester yet. We have them nearly fully fertilised. We will be fully fertilising this field and the wheat as well, because the wheat is still available for us to drive in. It's still accepting all tyres and tracks, meaning we don't have to worry about narrow tyres, which is really good considering we are literally on tracks. So that's a thing. Yeah, this little area is very, very annoying. So what I might do in the future is when it comes time to combining this field and that one, we'll sort out the annoying bits and the trees, because we don't necessarily want to have trees in the middle of the field. I haven't fully decided yet my plan for these 3. Can we see them on the map? Yes, we can. Brilliant. I'm just trying to look at them to see. I feel like the 2 first ones definitely would be made to fit together nicely, but all 3 of them could fit together really nicely as well. So we might have to consider that as an option, although I would like to give ourselves more yard space. So I will probably cut in to that first field that we created a little bit so that we have more room to maneuver around, because when it comes time to that crop being ready to go or not being able to drive in it, we have to be very cautious near the front, because we might drive straight into it when it's ready to not ready to be driven into, rather. So anyways, I'm going to crack on with the rolling as we are nearly done. We do have a queue of 4 cars once again. Possibly we can play guess the number of cars that will queue once again. Well, I must admit, that queue is probably longer than the first one. Look at that, we've got so many cars. It's probably every map, or every car, sorry, on the map. Unbelievable. Speaking of unbelievable, we've got 3 fields fully rolled. Actually, no, that's not true. The first field wasn't rolled because we didn't have a roller at the time. So unfortunately, that's not entirely true. But we've got another field ready to go. Make us some money here in the future. So, removing the rolling, we do have to fertilize both of these fields. The priority lies, of course, with the wheat. But yeah, everything is coming along so nicely. And look, we just have this very small section. Actually, I think collectively, our fields here are actually bigger than the farm that they start you with, which is pretty interesting. To say the least, but we at least now have a third field. We've got a nice, look at all the colour there, we've got the nice purple, the yellow and the orange, if you will, for the 3 crops we have. Production wise, lettuce continues on, very nice. We don't have any animals just yet. Weather wise, we're looking very good. Oh, April, May is fine, because we're not harvesting until June or July at the early. I can always forget, July. Oat, wheat and linseed will all be at least in July now, so that is very exciting. Right, we are going to go and tuck away this roller here, but I think that has been a very, very solid day's work. Look at that. If someone can explain that, it must be the placeable, but no, we would have seen it before if it was. Anyways, yeah, as you can see here, I would like to extend the field out a bit because we are so close. Luckily we have the tracked Massey, which makes maneuvering quite easy. Yes, get lined up. Bump into our weeder. There we go. And we can shut the engine off. Nice. Yeah, if we can come out to like even here or something like that, because as you can see, it does curve. It will curve that way. So it's not a problem. Or the other option is to just have the yard like this and then cut like this straight across and have more yard area here. But I'd like to do chickens here as well, so I really don't know. Is it the Mercedes? Because this is the only thing that's... Ah, 'tis. Are you serious? That's so funny. That has such a wide collision on the back end there. Well, nevertheless, not a problem. So here we once again have our beautiful wheat. Get out of here, bugger. We've got a nice linseed over there, and now we also have a lovely oat. And I love how the farm, having cut down these trees, really opens up the light, brings so much more light in here. These trees will go because of chickens. That big tree will go for actually maneuvering. These ones will go as far as field combining, and then look at that, just so much nice open space, nice light. Oh, it's going to be such a great spring and summer. I cannot wait for it. But we will leave the episode here for today with our lovely, freshly drilled and rolled oat field in view. We will, of course, have to weed it in the next month, but we'll try and get it fully fertilized before the end of March, as well as the wheat behind us. Again, that does do us for the end of this episode. We leave off with 37,951, which I think is really good for where we are right now. So exciting. Oh, I love this series. It's so much fun. Anyways, that does do us for today. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, a cheeky thumbs up really does help out the channel, and please subscribe. So until the next one, please do take care, and bye for now.